Good morning, students. This is Latif sir. In this video, today I'll discuss how to balance a chemical equation. In last live class, I have told that a chemical reaction can be represented in two ways. One is word equation, another is chemical equation. So first, you have to know what is a chemical equation. You know, in a chemical reaction, there are some chemical compounds or substances that participate in the chemical reaction are known as reactant, and the substances that formed after the reaction are product. Okay, for example, when magnesium combine with oxygen or magnesium reacts with oxygen, it will form magnesium oxide. So in this case, magnesium and oxygen both are reactant, and magnesium oxide produced is known as product. And the representation of a chemical equation or a representation of a chemical reaction or chemical change using the symbol and formula of reactant and product is known as chemical equation. Okay, so chemical reaction can be represented in two ways. I have told word equation and another is chemical equation. And a chemical equation has two side, left hand side and right hand side. On left hand side you have to write the symbol or formula of reactant. On right hand side you have to write the symbol and formula of product. Okay, and you have to give an arrow between reactant and product. Okay, and if there are more than one reactant or product, you have to give a positive sign between two reactant or products. Now say, what is word equation? When the chemical reaction is represented by the name of reactants and product, when the chemical reaction is represented using the name of reactant and product, it is known as word equation. Okay, for example, when magnesium, I have told that magnesium when react with oxygen, it will form magnesium oxide. So the word equation is magnesium. You have to write the name of reactant and product. So the word equation is magnesium plus oxygen arrow magnesium oxide. This is the word equation, but the chemical equation is magnesium react with oxygen gas. So magnesium chemical symbol of magnesium is Mg, and chemical formula of oxygen gas is O2, not O, it is O2, to give magnesium oxide. So Mg plus O2 arrow, above arrow you have to write heat to give MgO, magnesium oxide. And now see this reaction. In this reaction, number of each atom on both side of the arrow are not equal. On left side one magnesium, on right side one magnesium, but on left side two oxygen atom. One oxygen molecule means two oxygen atom, but on right side only one oxygen atom. So this reaction is not balanced equation. It is also known as it is not balanced, that is unbalanced equation. Okay, or skeletal equation. So unbalanced chemical equation is not proper representation of a chemical reaction. So you have to balance an unbalanced or skeletal equation. Okay, now I'll tell how to balance a chemical equation. You can balance a chemical equation using two laws. One is atomic theory. Using applying atomic theory, you can balance a chemical equation. And another method is by applying law of conservation of mass. So first one is atomic theory. Using atomic theory, you can balance a chemical equation. So according to atomic theory, in a chemical equation, the atom of reactant molecule do not change. Okay, in a chemical reaction, the atoms of the reacting molecules do not change. They only transfer or share electron among themselves in forming newer compounds. And in a chemical equation or chemical change, the number of atoms of each element must be equal on both sides of a chemical equation. That is, on both sides of arrow, total number of each atom must be equal. For example, when magnesium combines with oxygen, it forms magnesium oxide. So the chemical equation is Mg plus O2 to give MgO. This reaction is unbalanced equation. Now you have to balance the equation. First you have to follow some step to balance the chemical equation using atomic theory. Okay, so first you have to write the chemical equation. The chemical equation is Mg plus O2 to give MgO. Now you have to count number of each atom on both sides of the arrow. Okay, on left side magnesium is 1, oxygen atom are 2. On right side 1 magnesium, 1 oxygen. So first you have to balance oxygen atom on both side. Okay, you have to make number of oxygen atom equal on both side of this chemical unbalanced chemical equation. On left side 2 oxygen, on right side 1 oxygen. So you have to multiply MgO by 2 to make number of oxygen atom on both side of the arrow equal. Okay, so you have to multiply MgO by 2 to make oxygen number of oxygen atom equal on both sides. Now after in second step I have told you have to multiply MgO by 2. So after multiplication MgO by 2, it becomes Mg plus O2 arrow 2 MgO, 2 MgO. Now again count number of each atom on both sides of the equation. Okay, after multiplication MgO by 2, you can see on left side of this equation number of magnesium atom is 1, number of oxygen atom is atoms are 2, and number of magnesium atom on right side is 2. A number of magnesium atom on right side are 2, and number of oxygen atom also 2. So on left side 1 magnesium atom, on right side 2 magnesium atom. Now see oxygen atom balanced but magnesium atom not balanced. Okay, so to make equal number of magnesium atom on both side of the equation, you have to multiply magnesium Mg by 2 on left side. Okay, so again multiply Mg by 2 in third step, and after multiplication Mg by 2, now count the number of oxygen atom, magnesium atom on both side of the equation. On left side 2 magnesium atom, 2 oxygen atom. On right side 2 magnesium atom and 2 oxygen atom. So the reaction is balanced. Okay, so using using atomic theory you can balance the chemical equation. Okay, some more solve examples are also given here. Okay, you have to practice all this chemical equation, balancing of chemical equation. Next method is applying law of conservation of mass. According to law of conservation of mass, matter is neither created nor destroyed in a chemical change. Matter is neither created nor destroyed in a chemical change. And according to law of conservation of mass, total mass of reactant must be equal to total mass of product. Remember this. Okay, so according to law of conservation of mass, total mass of reactant must be equal to total mass of product. Okay, so balance this equation is given calcium plus hydrochloric acid to give calcium chlorides plus hydrogen. The chemical equation is Ca plus HCl to give CaCl2 plus H2, CaCl2 plus H2. So in this process, that is balancing of chemical equation using law of conservation of mass, first you have to calculate total mass of reactant and product. Okay, so first atomic mass of calcium is 40, atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5 U. Okay, so first you have to write down the atomic mass or molecular mass of each reactant and product. So calcium atomic mass is 40, so you have to write 40 here. Hydrochloric acid HCl atomic mass is molecular mass of HCl is hydrogen is 1 and chlorine is 35.5, so total molecular mass of HCl is 36.5, 1 plus 35.5. And on right side CaCl2, molecular mass of CaCl2 is 40 is for calcium, 2 chlorine, so 40 plus 2 into 35.5, atomic mass of each chlorine is 35.5, So molecular mass of CaCl2 is 40 plus 35.5 into 2, that is 111. Okay, and molecular mass of hydrogen is, for each hydrogen atomic mass is 1, so 2 hydrogen, so 2 into 1, that is 2. Okay, so according to this reaction, first you have to write down the mass of each reactant and product, atomic mass or molecular mass of each reactant and product. Calcium is, in this reaction, calcium 40, HCl is 36.5, CaCl2 is 111, and H2 is 2. Okay, so total mass of reactant is 40 plus 36.5. 40 plus 36.5, that is 76.5, and total mass of product is 111 plus 2, that is 113. Now what is the difference in difference of mass? 113 minus 76.5, that is 36.5 is the difference in mass of reactant and product. Okay, so difference is 6.5, which is the molecular mass of 1 HCl. Mass of 1 HCl molecule, that is 36.5. Okay, so on left side, 1 HCl molecule is you have to add on left side, okay, to make the total mass of reactant and total mass of product equal. Okay, so to balance this chemical equation, you have to write 2 HCl, not 1 HCl. You have to write 2 HCl to make equal number of mass number equal, to make the mass of reactant and product equal. Okay, so after multiplication of HCl by 2, the equation becomes Ca plus 2HCl to give CaCl2 plus H2. Now count total mass of reactant, that is 40 plus 73 is equal to total mass of product, that is 111 plus 2. Okay, in on both side, on reactant side and product side, on both side the total mass now it becomes 113. Okay, so using these two method you can balance the chemical equation. Okay, now it here's one topic is given: information gathered from a chemical equation. Which information you can get from a chemical equation? Okay, so a chemical equation is symbolic representation of a chemical reaction, you know that. And which information you can get from a chemical equation? First one is name of reactant. Name of reactants you can get from the chemical equation. Name of product also. Number of atoms or molecules of each reactant and of each reactant, number of atoms and molecules of each reactant, number of molecules of each product, and proportion of reactant, proportion of product, mass of reactant, mass of product. All this data you will get from a chemical equation. Here some solved examples are given. Balancing of chemical reaction, you have to practice all these solved examples. Okay, and I will discuss again in live class. And now see limitation of chemical equation. Limitation of chemical equation, there are many limitation of chemical equation, balanced chemical equation also. Okay, a chemical equation, there are many limitation, and limitations are given here, you can see. Okay, so just by bringing two reactant together may not always cause a chemical reaction. There are many there are many conditions of chemical reaction you have to mention in the chemical equation. Okay, so certain conditions must exist for a chemical equation, a chemical reaction to occur. In current form of chemical equation, the chemical equation does not indicate the information about the time. The chemical equation does not indicate the time in which the reaction will be completed, the speed of the reaction, the form of energy released or absorbed. This information you can get from this current form of chemical equation. Okay, and the concentration of reactant and volume or the state of product formed, the nature of reaction, will it occur on its own, or which factors will affect the reaction, All this data you cannot get from this current form of chemical equation. Okay, so the chemical equation must be modified to make more acceptable chemical equation. Okay, and I'll explain this in next video sending class. Okay, thank you students.